Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I look very pink, I'm well aware. I am at the machine shop. We are at the machine shop. If you haven't heard of it, it is this amazing concert venue in Flint, Michigan, which I tried to tell you guys on my hand, on my map of home where it was. I can't point because I'm holding the camera with my other hand. But I came up here with, this is the day I'm up here with David, and I know my makeup is not up to par like it usually is when I'm at concerts, but let me tell you what, I'm here with the door open right now because I tried doing the door closed and hurrying up and getting my makeup on, and it's hot enough that it is like the for real, the don't leave your kid, don't leave your dog in the car, don't leave your crochet witch in the car either. Don't leave your goth in the car because we melt, and it's for real that hot. It's hot. That's why I'm so pink. I'm sure I look quite dewy. I hurried through my makeup. It's hot. It's hot, you guys. But we're here, and David went into the VIP, and I'm expecting in my last video that I put up, I'm expecting some of you guys to roast me for not knowing who Plush is, because I asked him on the way here if they were as big as Fozzie. And he's like, yeah, if you take out the fame of your friend Chris there, yeah, they're as big as Fozzie. So apparently, probably you guys know who they are and not Fozzie, except for because of me. So yeah, I'm expecting to get roasted on that. My bad, you guys. But I mean, everybody likes different things, right? Here's an example. But yeah, we're here. And I thought I would do like a quick video that'll probably get stitched in somewhere with a different video for our weekend. But yes, I love being at the machine shop regardless of who's here. I'm not usually here unless it's Fozzie or the Nocturnal Affair. I've had a couple other friends. When my friends in Like Machines was here, I came here. I can't remember if my friends from Heaven's Basement played here or not. I might have been here for them. I can't remember. It's been quite a while if that's the case, because it's been quite a while since I've seen them. And same with Halcyon Way. I think when I saw Halcyon Way, they were with Fozzie, so it's been quite, I mean, I've seen Fozzie here. I think I've seen Fozzie here every single time they played here. And I've been with Fozzie for, what did we count, like 12 years, 14 years? I've known those boys for quite some time. I'm being quite emotional over them today, because this is, yeah, machine shop without them or Nocturnal is very weird for me right now. But we're having a good time. It's been a lot of fun. I miss Maverick. He's being, like I said, babysat by his Uncle Jamie right now. So I'm sure he's safe and fun and much cooler than I am. So I'm gonna go back and get in line. I was crocheting outside. I found a nice little bench that was so I could hold his spot. It's like the first in line over there. There's a whole line of people, so I can't show you guys right now, but my bench was like right up by the door, so he's still first or second in line, because I think somebody did cut their spot back in line, that's fine, you know, whatever. But he's right up in front again, so I'm glad that he's getting to see his band right up close, because he's in the front again. But yeah, I'm gonna mosey my way back on over there now that I've got my face on and got my crochet back in the car, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, it's Heather the Crochet Witch. How are you guys doing today? I already did that intro, technically, because you guys should have seen a clip already from yesterday, but I wanted to get this video like complete, I guess, and out to you guys, because I guess this is going to be like another yarn chat, vlog chat, catch up, chit chat, hang out. All over the place, vloggy type of video. There will be some yarn, I promise. There will be some yarn. But I just wanted to hang out and let you know how everything went this weekend. You may see that I'm sporting a new shirt, and I'll get to that. But yeah, so I went to the concert with David, and it was awesome. Still, the main band, very good, very good. They're not, I mean, rock is my jam to begin with, as you all probably know. If you're here, unless you're new, then hi, welcome. And yes, rock is my genre of choice and my jam. But I mean, I like a lot of stuff. Those of you who've been around for a while, I've more than happily admitted how much I love, my Ed Sheeran and just a lot of other stuff that's not your quintessential rock and roll. 80s rock is more my specific love, I suppose, but which is going to lead me here. But and it was awesome. Like I said, I'm going to try to remember to throw some pictures in that I took. The lead singer of Plush, which is the band, the main band that David really likes. She's so adorable. She's so small, and like I wanted to put her in my pocket and take her home. Like, she's so cute. She's a very short, little short thing. She's so cute. And she's just got this like long curly, like big hair, like not like afro big hair, but like it was just long. It was like long down, and it like came out like this just because it was so curly. She was adorable. But yeah, I really like them. There was like a song or two that I recognized from like David playing them, that I didn't even necessarily like. The one I knew was them because he's pointed it out, but like I didn't even necessarily know the other one was them. He's just had them on like in the car or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I know who this is. Like, okay. So it was a good time either way. And it was at the machine shop. If you're familiar with rock venues, or if you're from Michigan, you may be more familiar with the name of the venue or whatever. But it's a pretty famous. It's one of the big three, I think, from my understanding. And so it's always like fun to go there anyway. It's a great place. And yeah, they were pretty great. And they had two, as it turned out, opening bands. Like when my friends go, they always have, like, they release their, I don't want to say like tour poster, but like tour advertisement, that ends up being a tour poster, because a lot of places that they go to do like put up a little like flyer that is the poster, I guess, for the tour, that do say like my other friends in Nocturnal, it would say like Fozzy featuring the Nocturnal Affair, and then whatever other bands are with them. I didn't see one like on our time coming up to this concert. I didn't see one, so I didn't know. I kept asking David, like, are they having any opening bands? And he didn't know either. So like, I don't know if they just didn't advertise it. Like, maybe they didn't know. Sometimes, occasionally, a band will just pull some more local talent in each area, which is not what they did, as we found out. But when we got there, we found out they were having two opening bands. And the first one was a band, I don't know where they were from. I don't remember if they even said where they were from. They were called March Skies. They were okay. Like, they were not bad. The bass player was actually pretty cool. He was an older fella compared to the rest of them. But he was like jamming. I liked him quite a bit. And then they were like going off stage. The second band was coming up, and their logo came up, which I had told David. I was like, they are very Rolling Stones meets Rocky Horror looking to me. And as their equipment started coming on stage, I was like, I don't suppose it would be too much to ask that this is, like a more hardcore rock and roll experience. And he's like, you never know. And he reminded me that when we had seen Fozzy for like my favorite tour, I think ever, well, before I met the Nocturnal Affair, I'm obligated to say the Nocturnal Affairs have been my favorite Fozzy tours because my best friend is in that band. But before them, my favorite set of tours ever was this set that had a band called Stone Broken in it. And I was very pleasantly surprised because the first time ever that Stone Broken took the stage, they looked very bluegrass. And I remember turning to David and I just said, I was like, oh, it's going to be like a country rock, like bluegrass. I was disappointed. And it turned out they were very not. They're a British band. So those of you in the UK are probably familiar with them. I think they're a pretty big deal over there, and this was their first time, and as far as I know, their only time over here. And I'm hoping they come back. Actually, they were awesome, and I ended up seeing so many shows on that tour because my friends in a different band still like Machines, and then Stone Broken, and then Fozzy. It just turned out to be like my absolute like dream tour. Where was I going with that? You guys, I sidetracked myself. Anyway, David said, you might be surprised. So, and then the bass player last night came on stage and he was wearing like, kind of cowboy boots, like the long toes. I can't describe them very well. They weren't exactly cowboy boots, but kind of cowboy boots. And I just turned to David and I was like, we'll see. And he's like, so at one point he's like, so are you disappointed as they were setting up? And I was like, a little bit, but we'll see, like we'll see. And then the lead singer came out and full on perm mullet, if you can picture both a perm and a mullet. And he had like a t-shirt with cut off sleeves and American flag type of print on his shorts. And the guitar player came out with a Guns N' Roses t-shirt on, like Appetite for Destruction era Guns N' Roses t-shirt. The drummer came out with like old bandana tied up, cut off denim vest. And David just like bent down and he's like, are you a little more hopeful now? I was like, this is kind of screaming 80s vibe to me, actually. And, well, let's just say I'm a fan. So these guys were pretty awesome. If you haven't caught the name, they're called the Bites. They were pretty awesome. They're a band from Hollywood, Florida. No. Hollywood, California. Is there a Hollywood, Florida? I think there is, right? Hollywood, California. And they all have like these just really big personalities and stuff. They were really, really fun on stage. The lead singer's name is Jordan. I cannot remember the rest of their names. I want to see them again, so it'll start coming to me. Eventually I'll be talking about them more, I'm sure, because I would really like to see them again. I hope they tour more. I actually ended up texting with Andy last night and I was like, have you heard of these guys? Like, you need to tour with them. They were a lot of fun, and one of their songs actually has my name in it because when I went to meet them after the show, we took a selfie, which if I remember, I'm gonna put some hand motions up so I remember to stick it in here. So even if I forget to put all the concert photos in, I will at least have that in here. Jordan would be the mullety one that you should definitely know who that is in the picture. But he asked me what my name is and I was like, Heather. And he thought that was the funniest thing ever. He's like, really? And yeah, that was pretty funny. Because I guess their story behind that is back home they have a, let's just say to keep it family friendly, lady of the night who's not a vampire. And her name is Heather Leather. So yeah, I wouldn't say I embody their Heather, but he thought it was pretty funny that, yeah. He's like, yeah. So yeah, I would, if you want a music recommendation and you like up and coming bands, check them. They're on Spotify. Their album was sold out, but I found out it's on Amazon. So if you really like them and want to support them, they do have their album on Amazon also. But yeah, so I found a new band. I was pretty excited about that. For the yarn portion of the video today, I took projects to work on, and funny enough, as soon as I started working on it, I brought, some of you may remember it. Do you remember this bowl? Where I decided to work on my scrap. I have a lot of ends to weave in so far. I took all of these are just the leftover balls so far. I haven't even started new skeins, new cakes of that Nature's Walk blanket that I made. The Ferris wheel yarn. These are all the leftover little, I did one of each. I mean, I'm sure in the blanket I used more than one of each, but I'm saying I used each color yarn in it of the Ferris wheels. The one, that's what's left of my favorite color, because I used all of that I could so far. So I'm gonna have to bust a new cake of that open pretty soon. But yeah, all of the colors. I'm just using an H hook, and I'm making solid grannies in 3 rounds, and just using, I'm going to use my continuous join, and just joining them together. I have decided it's of course going to be a blanket. At one point I was going to just make it like a long strip and make like maybe like a cowl or a scarf. But I have so much Ferris wheel, and I just decided, I don't need to just keep it on my shelf. I need to use it and love it and love it. So I'm gonna and there's so many colors, like here, since I brought it out, like here's the one that was that tiny ball. This one is my favorite, the cherry on top. But like, since it's only a 3-round granny square, not all of those colors are in the same square, obviously. Like, or like for any of them, that's true, like, this may have a little pink in it, but it doesn't necessarily, like, you might not look at this one and know that it's this one. This one's got pink and like a really bright pink and a little tiny bit of purple. This one's got just a little pink, and then it's turning into black. Like, it doesn't necessarily read that it's the same yarn. So you're getting just a mixture of all of these different yarns. I could pick from different parts of the cake, put them next to each other, and they might look fine, because it wouldn't even look like the same yarn going next to each other. You know what I mean? Which I'm not trying to do, but but if it happens, it might just happen. You just never know. So that's what I was doing yesterday, and I ended up, because David VIP'd, and I ended up holding his place. Like, he went in, and a lot of times with venues, they don't necessarily let the VIPs, like, they'll make them go outside after the VIP, and they don't necessarily, just because you're VIP, you might still have to go back into the line and not come in first. So I waited in the line itself so that when David came out, he could just get back in line, and I was at the front. So I literally sat at the front of the line, just like crocheting. And there was only like one other person waiting who didn't VIP at first. So we were there obviously super early in front of everyone else. And so we're just sitting there, and he's playing on his phone, and I'm just crocheting along. Like, so I got, I got like this much done on it yesterday. Just waiting in the VIP, like not a whole lot, but I was just enjoying the day. Like, it was pretty warm, and that's what I did while David was in there. I got one other square almost done too. I just had for some reason I made it for like right in here, and I didn't want to join it with that one. So I just carried on. But yeah, that's what I worked on. And I tried to work on it in the car ride. I brought like 3 projects, and I worked on a different one, which is actually my car project in my car. So that's still out in the car waiting to just get transferred back into my car. It's another granny square project. Big surprise, because I'm so into granny squares lately, right? But I picked this bowl up, put it in my lap, and then a traffic jam was starting, where there was like some construction or something, and literally this whole bowl just dumped. And I was like, like, are you kidding me? Like, there was another 4-letter word that came out of my mouth, but I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? Like, and we're sitting there, David's like, are you gonna get him? And I was like, I don't want to undo my seatbelt, and just, what are the odds that right then I'll just like die on the highway? Like, yeah, I was being extra right then, but so like we wait around for a while, and I was kind of thinking like, we might at least with the traffic come to a stop, but we didn't. So I was like, and we're talking about it. I was finally like, it's not going to take me long. What do you think the odds are that it'll be fine, right? And finally he's like, just do it. Just do it. And it's kind of a good thing I did, because I didn't know he had when you keep the air inside the car, like rotating inside the car, that's what he did. And one of the balls, when it was unraveled, the yarn was starting to go up into a vent. I didn't realize that his air was like that. So I was like, it must have just got stuck that way. So I pulled it out, and I'm picking up the little balls, and I looked over at the other vent that was on the other side of the floorboard, and one of my balls of yarn was just stuck up against it. Like, it was too big to go up it, but it was just suctioned up against it. And I was like, what the heck? And I was like telling David, and he's like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, I didn't think about it doing that. I didn't realize it was that strong, And I said, well, it's a good thing it wasn't this one, or it would have been gone. Like, anyway, probably not as amusing to you guys as it was to me, but so that happened. But it was a really fun trip. It was really good. And then on the way home, I got to be passenger princess the whole way. So on the way home, I actually ended up texting with Andy and telling him how great the bites were. And because I couldn't see to crochet. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun. I was really sore when I woke up today. David said, he's like, yeah, that's because you're almost 40 and you acted like a teenager last night. 'Cause I was rocking out, you guys. I was in the front row, and I was just, once I found, a band I was really vibing with and everything, it was like I was at, a Fozzy concert or a Nocturnal concert, and I was just like, but yeah, so happy June, by the way. I just realized it was June 1st today. I only have a few days of vacation left. So sad. And that'll be the real test of, it's like I said, my whole body is sore. My knees are not. Ever since speaking of being old, you can be any age and get water pills, but my doctor gave me a prescription for water pills finally. And because I say finally, he hasn't been like denying it to me. I just started talking to him about it. And I don't know, you know how I'm on some other medications, and you know how you could get a new medication when you're on other ones, and the two of them together potentially could do what they're supposed to do plus have other effects, right? I don't know if it's with my bad knees. I don't know if it's just because there was so much like water swelling in my joints. I don't know if the two medications together are doing a whole other thing that I don't know what it is, so I can't explain it. But like, I don't know if they're just combining to do some other great thing in my knees. I don't know if it's because I'm coming up, like ending on the ending end of, you know, an 8 or 9 day vacation, but I've taken vacations in the past and my knees have still always hurt me, right? I don't know what it is, but my knees have felt, I mean, knock on wood here and all, but my knees have felt great. Even after the concert, like, I mean, they were stiff, but that happens a lot anyway, after standing a lot and everything. My body, period, my shoulders, my neck especially, head banging and everything, my body was sore, is sore, but my knees, of all things, have been pretty good. So I'm thankful for that. I guess the real test will be when I go back to work. So I'll have to keep you posted on that. But I'm pretty grateful right now for that. I think health-wise, that's all. Like, my only complaint is my soreness, which is kind of great. Trying to think if there's anything else. Health-wise, I don't think I have anything else. I mean, my voice is still not wanting to, like, this isn't just from screaming at a concert. It's never wanted to come back fully, and it could just be an allergy thing. I still don't know, but it is what it is, I guess. And then, like I said, it just hit me that it's June 1st. So, this month coming up, summer will start, and I still fully intend on doing a Stranger Summer make-along. So for anybody who hasn't been here before, who may be a fan of Stranger Things like I am, or a fan of the 80s like I am, because I am all-inclusive with 80s friendly people. You don't have to be a fan of the wonderful world of the Duffer Brothers. That'll be a make-along that is coming up. I have past videos on it if you are curious enough to dive further back every year and check that out. But the short skinny of it is a summer-long make-along that is going to be Stranger Things related, obviously, or just convince me that whatever you're making belongs in that world, or from the 80s. Could be an 80s pattern, could be yarn from the 80s. We'll discuss further in the video when I make it, describing it, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I always love seeing what you guys make for that. And I hope that there will be a lot of interested participants. I have to do the drawing for this month's Great Fiber Cake Off. And the last few days of vacation, I need to get to cleaning my craft room, you guys. That's what I need to do. I've been having fun not doing stuff like that. But I need to. All right. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go try to do something responsible. And hang out with Maverick some more, because he missed us last night. Uncle Jamie did come and hang out with him and let him run around the yard and be a little crazy pants for a while and tire him out. But yeah, he missed us. So I'm going to go have hangout time with my baby. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And all right, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.